In this video, I am going to extract caffeine from coffee. Here I am going to use 10 grams of coffee powder, and for the main reaction we need sodium carbonate and dichloromethane. So further more purifications we need saturated sodium chloride solution, sodium sulfate and sodium hydroxide. Okay, now let's continue with the procedure. First we need to make a coffee solution. For that I am going to add 10 grams of coffee, then 4 grams of sodium carbonate. Then I am going to add about 80 milliliters of distilled water. Now we need to boil this solution for about 15 minutes. Now you can see here our coffee solution is boiling right now. It's been 15 minutes. Now I am going to stop the heating and filter this solution. Okay, now you can see here this is our coffee solution. I cooled down the solution to room temperature. Now I am going to add this coffee solution into this separation funnel and add 10 milliliters of DCM. Then I am going to cap and shake the separate funnel, and don't forget to release the pressure building inside and repeat this process three times. After the extraction with DCM, here is the DCM layer. There is about 30 milliliters because I did the extraction 3 times by 10 milliliters of DCM. So now I am going to wash this solution 2 times by 10 milliliters of 10% sodium hydroxide. After that I am going to wash the solution with saturated sodium chloride, again with 10 milliliters of saturated sodium chloride 2 times. After washing with sodium hydroxide and saturated sodium chloride, now I am going to remove the water in this organic layer. For that I am going to add some anhydrous sodium sulfate. Then I am going to separate this organic layer and evaporate the DCA. Then we can see and collect the crude caffeine. After evaporating DCM, here is the crude caffeine. I think there is a little contamination in coffee, therefore there is a orange color. However, we can get rid of this orange color and get the pure compound, pure caffeine. And now I am going to purify this caffeine. I am using the technique called sublimation. Okay, now we are going to purify this caffeine by sublimation. Okay, now you can see here this is the setup for sublimation, and this is a sand bath, and I place the crude caffeine in this big beaker, and there is a small beaker inside the big beaker, and here this is a flask contained with ice and salt. There is a filled paper right here, and now what we are going to do is we are going to evaporate the caffeine, and when the caffeine vapor comes here, that will crystallize on the wall of the beaker. And the purpose of keep a small beaker inside the big beaker, that is because we can also collect these caffeine crystals in that beaker as well. Right now you can see here the both impurity and the pure caffeine, and this orange color stuff is the impurity, and here in this small beaker you can see this is the pure caffeine. Now I am going to scrape this pure caffeine and weigh it. Okay, right now this is the final product, pure caffeine extracted from coffee.